People say life changes in moments you least expect, but Maya never imagined her entire world would shift because of a single act of kindness on a cold winter evening. Before the story even begins, I want you to ask yourself this: what would you do if you had only $10 left up and someone who looked even more desperate needed it? If you're curious how that decision changed someone's destiny forever, stay with me till the end. And if this story moves you even a little, make sure to like the video and subscribe because these stories deserve to be heard. Maya stood at the train station clutching her worn-out bag, the night wind slicing through her thin shawl. She had exactly $10 left in her pocket, to money she planned to stretch for 2 days until her paycheck arrived. Life had been hard, painfully hard, ever since her father's illness forced her to quit college and take up double shifts at a local diner. But she had learned to push through, to smile where others would crumble, to hope where others would give up. The train was late that night, and the platform was nearly empty except for a man sitting alone on a bench, head bowed, his coat soaked as if he had walked through a storm. Something about him seemed out of place. Yeah, he didn't look homeless, yet he had the tiredness of someone who'd been fighting unseen battles for too long. Maya felt a strange pull, but she looked away. She couldn't afford to involve herself in anyone else's problems. A few minutes passed, and then she heard a soft, almost broken voice. "Excuse me, Broken Baria, I'm sorry to bother you." She turned. The man stood before her now, eyes filled with embarrassment. "My wallet, a Broken Bar. I lost it somewhere between the office and here. I haven't eaten all day. Could you, a Broken Bar, maybe spare something, anything?" Maya froze. His request stabbed directly into the reality she was trying to ignore. She had nothing and nothing except that last $10, the money she needed, the money she couldn't afford to part with. But then she noticed his trembling hands, the way he tried to mask the fear behind a polite smile. She had been there on Sia, hungry, stranded, and invisible. She slowly reached into her pocket, pulled out the crisp $10 bill, and pressed it into his hand. "It's all I have," she whispered. "But you need it more than I do." The man stared at the bill as if it were a miracle. "Thank you, a Broken Bar. I don't know how to repay you." "You don't have to," Maya said softly. "Just take care of yourself." She didn't realize then that this simple act had already begun rewriting her future. The train finally arrived. Maya boarded, tired and hungry, wondering if she had made a foolish decision. Yet something in her heart felt lighter. The next morning at the diner, Maya struggled through her shift, exhaustion heavy in her bones. Her manager, Mr. Grayson, kept snapping at her, complaining about customers, complaining about life, complaining about everything except the fact that Maya was practically keeping the place running. At lunchtime, the bell above the door chimed softly. Maya looked up and nearly dropped the tray she was carrying. It was him, the same man from the station. But now he looked completely different, clean, confident, and dressed in a stunning charcoal suit. Even his posture had changed. The lost, tired man from last night seemed like a ghost compared to who he was now. "Maya?" he asked gently. Her heart thudded. "You, a Broken Bar. You're the man from the station." He smiled. A warm, grateful smile. "My name is Daniel Hartman." The name meant nothing to Maya, but the customers around her gasped. One even whispered, "Is that the tech millionaire from the news?" Daniel continued, "I'm the CEO of Hartman Innovations. Last night was a Broken Bar, a very bad night. I had a panic attack after a disastrous meeting, and when I misplaced my wallet, I felt completely lost. You helped me when you had nothing to gain. I won't forget that." Maya didn't know what to say. Her manager hurried forward, suddenly polite, suddenly smiling, suddenly pretending he cared. Daniel glanced at Mr. Grayson. "Is she your best employee?" The manager nodded too quickly. "Yes, one of the best." "One of?" Daniel interrupted, raising an eyebrow. "I've been watching her for 5 minutes. She handles 3 tables alone. She fixes problems before anyone notices. She's calm, polite, sharp." He turned to Maya. "Why are you not managing this place?" Maya hesitated. "Yeah, Broken Bar never got the chance." Daniel's expression softened. "Sometimes life doesn't give us chances, so we make our own." Then he reached into his coat pocket, pulled out a card, and handed it to her. Come to my office tomorrow morning. You gave me $10 when you had nothing. I'd like to give you an opportunity in return." Maya's hands shook as she took the card. The manager's fake smile vanished. Customers whispered. Maya could barely breathe. The next morning, she walked into a towering glass building that looked like it belonged in another world. Daniel greeted her personally and led her to a conference room overlooking the entire city. "I did some reading last night," he said with a smile. "Your old college submissions, your academic achievements, your volunteer work. You're brilliant, Maya. Life just threw too many burdens at you too early." She looked down, eyes filling. No one had ever said she was brilliant. "I want to offer you a position in my company," Daniel continued. "Paid training, full salary, mentorship, a broken bar, whatever you need to build the life you deserve." Maya's voice cracked. "Why are you doing this for me?" He leaned back, eyes warm. "Because you reminded me of who I used to be. Someone who believed in people. Someone who believed kindness still existed. Last night, when you gave me your last $10, a broken bar, you gave me more than money. You gave me hope." She wiped her tears, unable to stop them. Over the next months, Maya grew into her role, her confidence blooming, her life changing. She took care of her father, saved money, and slowly rebuilt the dreams she had once buried. Daniel guided her, encouraged her, and watched proudly as she rose again and again. 1 year later, on a stage filled with bright lights and applause, Maya was awarded the Young Achiever of the Year award at Hartman Innovations. She stepped up to the podium, trembling but smiling. "I thought my life was over," she said, "but everything changed because I chose kindness when I had nothing, and someone chose to believe in me when I didn't believe in myself." If you're watching this broken bar, don't stop being kind. You never know whose life you're changing, maybe even your own. Daniel clapped the loudest in the audience, tears in his eyes. And Maya, she walked off that stage knowing one truth: